I have decided to type on an essay that Megumi Yokota is alive and I know the reasons why. In November 1977, Megumi Yokota was abducted while on her way home from badminton practice. Her whereabouts were unknown until 1997 she was located in North Korea. In 2002, Kim Jong-il confessed the kidnappings of 17 Japanese abductees. He claimed 12, including Yokota, have died and that only 5 were alive. Ashes of another Japanese person's remains were returned, and they were not hers. Her parents in Japan believe that Megumi Yokota and other Japanese abductees are still alive, but Pyongyang stated that abduction was already resolved. I have strong speculation that Megumi Yokota and all Japanese are still alive and are imprisoned in North Korea, waiting to go back to Japan. I actually had dreams about Megumi Yokota twice. She came to me in those dreams, and I believe she wanted me to tell the world that she is still alive. She signed to me that I must tell the world why she cannot leave North Korea. So the first reason Megumi Yokota cannot leave North Korea is because she has met the Kim regime family and met with Kim Jong-un's mother, Ko Young-hui. She got along with the Kim regime family due to Ko Young-hui's Japanese heritage. Ko Young-hui, whose Japanese name was Takada Hime, was born in Japan to a Japanese mother and a Korean father. Her family relocated to North Korea as part of the repatriation project to North Korea. It's believed that Ko Young-hui told Yokota that she was Japanese Korean and that Kim Jong-un and his sister are part Japanese. In the late 1960s, early 1960s, 93,000 Japanese and ethnic Koreans who were born in Japan were lured into North Korea, claiming they had free health systems, housing, and a lot of other benefits. However, once they were all in North Korea, they realized that they were lied to, deceived, and assigned to live in other places. The Japanese were also assigned to work in mines and other manual labor jobs once they came there. Ko Young-hui, Kim Jong-un, and Kim Yo-jong would be considered hostiles because of their Japanese heritage. Kim Jong-un's 3 children are an 8th Japanese and have that heritage, and they would also be considered hostiles. The people of North Korea should know that some of their neighbors born to foreign families from Japan or the abducted are not considered North Korean. They are Japanese Korean or 3rd generation Japanese. A second reason why Megumi Yokota cannot leave is because she was abducted to train spies to teach Japanese and the culture of Japan. Others were abducted so that North Koreans could obtain and steal their identities. Once Megumi learned Korean, she begged to go back home like she was always promised. But promises as always turned out to be lies and she was denied to leave. I've speculated that if she refused to teach Japanese to spies and students, then she would be executed or killed for something she refused to do. In North Korea, there is no education system that teaches students anything other than the Kim regime family. Another Japanese abductee named Yaeko Taguchi was abducted to teach Japanese and the culture, which she taught to Kim Hyun-hui. Kim Hyun-hui, who was born in North Korea, she went under the pseudonym Mayumi Hachiyama in a forged passport. In the 1980s, she confessed to the bombing of Korean Air Flight 858 to stop the Olympic Games in Seoul and was sentenced to death, but was pardoned by the presidents in South Korea. Kim Hyun-hui's confession to the world has caused her family to end up in a prison camp. And I believe that Megumi Yokota was forced to train spies to steal identities from her and other abducted from their homelands. There are many more reasons why Megumi Yokota cannot leave, but the issues have never been resolved. Kim Jong-un and his sister now have to look the truth in the eye. They've been basking in their wealth, beauty, and dishonesty. North Koreans who are of South Korean descent by ancestry, 3rd generation Japanese, and Japanese Koreans have to work hard by surviving from hand to mouth. I do believe that Yokota and the abductees have been receiving rations of food as an apology from Kim Jong-un, but Yokota's mother and brother want to see her before time runs out. Kim Jong-un must confess himself that Yokota and all other Japanese abductees are still alive, or else I can ask all countries to bring their lie detector tests and place it on all North Korean ambassadors and citizens loyal to the regime. Missiles should also be shot down because Kim Jong-un is launching them into seas and murdering marine life. I read somewhere online that Kim Yo-jong said that if missiles were shot down, then it would be a declaration of war. To me, that is not a declaration of war. Launching the missiles displays the Kim regime stupidity and increases their stupidity as well. Kim Jong-un and his sister have been doing dishonest work by money laundering, spending on ballistic launch missiles, and cyber hacking. If Megumi Yokota and all Japanese abductees, including children born to the abducted, are not brought back to Japan, Kim Jong-un will suffer the consequences and live with it for the rest of his life. So where are he, his family, and the regime, and all of his citizens are now? More of the secrets as to why Yokota cannot leave will be written and coming soon. And I want the world to know that if I was Megumi Yokota's second daughter and that she had me defect to another country, I would sit there and say yes. Megumi Yokota is alive, and I know the reasons why. I know Megumi Yokota is not my mother, but I would tell the world for her that she is alive and that she's waiting to go home.